Hello and welcome to Philippine Politics and Governance. I am Armin Rose, and I will be your guide as you learn the concepts in this course. This is Lesson 8, the Judicial Branch. The legislature makes the law, and the executive enforces it. The judiciary gives the official and legal interpretation of the law. It is composed of the Supreme Court and the lower courts. The Supreme Court is composed of the Chief Justice and 14 Associate Justices. It also rules on the two other branches whenever the court finds the other department has committed grave abuse of discretion. The qualifications of a Supreme Court judge must be a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, be at least 40 years of age, must have been for 15 years or more a judge of a lower court or engaged in the practice of law in the Philippines, and must be a person of proven competence, integrity, probity, and independence. Unlike the members of the executive and legislative branch, which are elected, members of the judicial branch are appointed. The members of the Supreme Court and judges of the other collegiate courts are appointed by the President from a list of at least 3 nominees prepared by the Judicial and Bar Council for every vacancy. They can hold office during good behavior until they reach the age of 70 years or become incapacitated to discharge the duties of their office. The Supreme Court have the power to discipline judges of lower courts or order their dismissal. Functions of the Supreme Court: jurisdiction over cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers, and consuls. Review, revise, reverse, modify, or amend decisions of lower courts in cases in which the constitutionality or validity of any treaty, international or executive agreement, law, presidential decree, proclamation, order, instruction, ordinance, or regulation is in question. Cases in which the jurisdiction of any lower court is in issue, criminal cases in which the penalty imposed is reclusion perpetua or higher, and cases in which only an error or question of law is involved. Appoint judges of lower courts and officials and employees of the judiciary. Promulgate rules concerning the protection and enforcement of constitutional rights, pleading, practice, and procedure in all courts, the admission to the practice of law, the integrated bar, and legal assistance to the underprivileged. Other collegiate courts. The Court of Appeals is the second highest tribunal or legal court in the country. It is composed of a presiding judge and 69 associate justices who are appointed by the President. Aside from having power on the issuance of legal documents and orders, the Court of Appeals mainly reviews and resolves appeals on decisions of regional trial courts, as well as the Office of the Ombudsman in cases wherein one of the parties is not satisfied with the decision. The Court of Tax Appeals is composed of a presiding judge and 5 associate justices. It focuses on reviewing and resolving appeals of decisions from the Commissioner of the Internal Revenue, Commissioner of Customs, Department of Finance, Department of Trade and Industry, and other legal courts concerning cases related to tax, tariffs, and other monetary obligations to the government. The Sandigan Bayan consists of a presiding judge and 14 associate justices. It has jurisdiction over criminal and civil cases involving graft and corrupt practices and other offenses committed by public officers and employees, including government-owned corporations. The lower courts. City and municipal courts have original jurisdiction over cases such as violations of municipal ordinances, gambling, assault, estafa to a certain amount, malicious mischief, trespassing, and illegal possession of firearms. The provincial and regional trial courts are the next level of appeal for municipal and city cases that have been ruled or decided but one of the parties is not satisfied with the decision. These courts also have original jurisdiction over criminal cases of more serious nature, like robbery, drug pushing, rape and murder, civil cases involving higher amounts of money, cases involving marital separation and annulment, and the cases covered by the discontinued courts, such as the Juvenile Court, the Domestic Relations Court, and Agrarian Relations Court. Sharia courts are roughly the equivalent of regional trial courts and have territorial jurisdiction over Mindanao. Qualifications for court judges. They must be a citizen of the Philippines, a member of the Philippine Bar, and a person of proven competence, integrity, probity, and independence. The timetable for the resolution of cases. Section 5, Article 8 of the 1987 Constitution provides a timetable for the resolution of cases brought to the Judiciary: 2 years for the Supreme Court, 1 year for the other collegiate courts, and 3 months for the lower courts. In case the issue is not resolved within those periods, a certification signed by the Chief Justice or presiding judge stating why the case has not been resolved must be issued and served to both parties. The certification will further state that the court shall commit to decide or resolve the case without further delay. The following are the reference materials used in the creation of this presentation and the ideas discussed in this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.